Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you're tuning in from. Today, as you can probably tell by the title, we're going to be talking about the recent UnitedHealthcare CEO, or former CEO now's, shooting incident that took place last week. As you may or may not have heard, they caught the vigilante who did it, the masked man, who you probably saw a photo of while he was on the run. He's been apprehended.
Luigi, that's completely out of touch and an insult to the intelligence of the American people and the lived experience.
And despite what they might want you to believe, that this was the result of good old-fashioned police work, the gunman, Luigi Mangione, met his demise because one of the workers at McDonald's called the police on him. They were set to receive a $60,000 reward, although some spectators online have suggested that they may not be eligible, as they would have needed to call Crime Stoppers instead of the police. It's a technicality, I know, but are you really surprised? Anyway, this guy was arrested at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania, and on him they found the murder weapon, what they're calling a ghost gun, fake ID, $10,000, and a handwritten manifesto. In his manifesto as well as this chilling line, "These parasites had it coming. I do apologize for any strife and trauma, but it had to be done." After it came out who this guy was, the internet was sent into a frenzy, because not only is he completely shredded and has a 12-pack, but he also has the brains to back it up. Internet sleuths uncovered that this guy came from a wealthy background and was valedictorian of his high school, which cost $40,000 a year. He went on to graduate from the University of Pennsylvania, where he received a bachelor's and master's degree in computer science. Luigi showed a great understanding of all things robotics and coding related, even founding the game development club at his university. So yeah, as we know, he was an Ivy League student. He's got a lot of activity on GitHub that shows his talent for computer coding and software development. Also, interesting enough, Luigi is actually cousins with the sitting Maryland state delegate, Nino Mangione, and he represents District 42A. He obviously comes from a family of wealth and power. I believe his family are real estate moguls. There are a bunch of alarming posts on his Twitter, and I won't go over all of them individually, but I'll put some of them up on the screen if you want to have a look at some of the shit he was saying. I will say he was obviously a very smart guy, and he showed a great amount of skill in evading law enforcement for as long as he did. The fact that he was even able to get so close to such an elite CEO is mind-boggling to me. I'm not sure if that was a success on his part or just a lack of security on the other end. I'm not sure. A common theme amongst the tweets he's interacted with online, he often reposts stuff about anxiety. But yeah, there are some interesting quotes on his Twitter, particularly this one from Dr. Seuss. So we can draw some conclusions from that, I suppose. His Goodreads had a lot of juicy information on it as well. He read over 295 books that he listed on there, so he's obviously like a big reader. Some of his posts suggest that violence is like a necessary way to survive or something along those lines. The internet was treating this guy like he was Bruce Wayne until he got caught. So there's obviously some people in the public that agree with this guy's sentiment. It does beg the question though, if this guy is so smart, why would he have literally all the evidence required to prosecute himself on his person at the time of his arrest? He had so much time to get rid of all of that, but instead he held on to the literal murder weapon. Some reports online suggest that Luigi's motive might have something to do with chronic back pain he allegedly suffered from. The claims are largely unsubstantiated, but what's obvious is that this man was trying to make a statement with his actions. And judging by the reaction on social media, there's a large portion of America who shares a similar disdain against these healthcare companies. According to some people that went to high school with Luigi, one thing that kept coming up was this back surgery that he had, and a lot of them say how it changed everything for him and how afterwards he went absolutely crazy. And we can see evidence of this in his Goodreads history and as well as his header on his Twitter page. There's a shot of some presumably pins going into his spine, it looks like. Further to his motive as well, the New York Post reported that he lost his grandmother in 2013 and his grandfather in 2017, and that could have something to do with, his disdain towards the healthcare industry as well. And just when you thought this couldn't get any weirder, this guy's actually scheduled YouTube videos to go up to his account stating that if you see this, I'm already under arrest. So there's a lot to unpack there as well, which we may need to do in another video. Anyway, that's kind of all I have on this situation at the moment. He's due in court today, so I'll keep you posted if there are any new developments. The whole thing is just so surreal to me. I just can't understand how someone could be brought to take another man's life. But I guess that's what we may come to learn over the coming weeks and months as this plays out in court. I don't get it, but I'd love to hear what you have to say about this one. Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.